That was bad.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you, Shirley Irene. That was a melancholy version of Love Story. Beautiful that we joined together in the One Heart Day today. Wow, we are just past the 11/2/2020 and hoping everyone is really feeling into these beautiful energies. You know, it's just a short ways away from December 21st of 2020 and that 0 degrees Aquarius, where we will be in unity consciousness. Gaia herself will be in unity consciousness. So welcome everyone as we continue to be in this beautiful space of the One Heart. I'm Loren Gailey, and I'm with beautiful Shirley Irene, our cosmic mama. And yay, we have Michelle Anderson, our beautiful sister, here joining us. I want to welcome you both. Welcome. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Shirley.
Howdy. Hey there. Hi.
Okay, how have you both been doing with the energies? Michelle, we'll start with you.
You know, I have been very inspired and uplifted to see the way that communities are supporting each other, and there's so much pulsing in the energies with, you know, the different belief systems and people coming at things from different opinions. But I'm also seeing that acceptance and compassion and kindness are rising. I'm seeing it everywhere, and I'm also seeing how more and more people are using critical thinking, awakening to their own truth thermometer, kind of trying to pick through what feels true and what doesn't, and seeing how motivated people are to do their own inner work. You know, we're basically on the hero's journey for the collective. so many people are diving into their hero's journey path and going into our shadows to uncover our missing archetypes and things like that and bring us through this gateway so that we are feeling more whole and complete in ourselves, which is the microcosm of the macrocosm, which is where we want to go, and how we get to unity consciousness is by doing our own inner peace work. So I'm inspired and uplifted by that.
That's beautiful. I just want to share, and then we'll go to Shirley. Wow, there is more people getting it and caring and speaking and stepping up in new ways, and that is really beautiful. That is how we bring in the new ways, bringing in that unity. I just thank you, Michelle, for sharing. It's so beautiful. This just seems to be the topic, actually, of the day, unity consciousness. And I was just on the World Parliament for Spirituality, and we were talking about divine governance. And it really is taking care of community. And when we think of the world that we want to live in, every single one of us, we can agree. That's beautiful. We all agree in that world that we want to see. So no matter those different perspectives of people becoming aware of things in their life that made them really care about what's important to them, if we can't agree on that, we can agree on peace and harmony and joy and a bed for every human. The elimination of poverty. I see it. And Michelle, when we went to Peru on 12/21/2012, remember, I got really depressed when we woke up on December 21st and the world was still there. And I even made a comment that, you know, the powers that be are still in charge as I see helicopters and things. But that was a perspective. And you helped me. I remember sitting on the bus, and it was this beautiful sage-like wisdom that just said, how do you know that didn't happen? Where hearts were opening. And a reminder to always look at the beauty in everything. Even though there was a lot of trash on the side of the road, it was looking at the beauty. And that just really helped. But now what we've learned 8 years later is that it's happening one heart at a time. And boy, we're seeing it. And I think that is so beautiful.
Yeah, I remember that day too, Loren, and seeing that we all have the lens of our own perception, which is what's forming what we're taking in and what we're putting out. So where one person sees trash and, you know, people appearing not to care about the land, and another person sees a beautiful blue sky and the potential there, that those two things can actually meet in the middle. And to me, it's almost like a metaphor for the heart meeting the mind, where we can merge the two. Yeah. I'm glad that you remember that, Loren, because that was a pivotal moment in our journey.
I came home and cried on my bed for a couple of days.
Yeah.
But then I pulled myself up, dried my eyes, got back to work. And this is what we're doing. We're you know what? We have to lay down our differences. And I've, you know,
and we it feels like we're also dying to an old way that wasn't working.
Exactly.
So that we can
Good
rebirth.
point.
We can rebirth. So we are going through a death. That's what the hero's journey is about, is going through that death of, you know, slaying our own dragons and then rising up and rebirthing ourselves to finding those missing archetypes, you know, healing our father wound and our mother wound and rising up out of victimhood into this warrior, embracing the warrior within, that we can rise above any of our old childhood wounds or our core belief systems and rise up and be reborn and rebirthed into a new way and then our relationships, when we start with us, ourselves, rather than looking outside of ourselves to our governments, our mayors, our presidents or our leaders or any of that, if we start at the core of who we are and work our way out, we will see change happen, because each one of us will be shifting and rebirthing. And then it's a trickle effect. It trickles out. I really do think that's what the age of Aquarius is all about.
Very interesting, because we were talking, Shirley and I were, and I think you jumped on right then, Michelle, but before we started about, all right, so in the collective, as it looks like there's chaos, because we've done that inner work, we are able to, or those who've done it and are able to do it for others, can literally be filters for what we see in the world, right? And so with that, I want to ask Shirley how she's been doing with these energies, and then I know you'll go right into it, Shirley. So thank you. How are you doing with these? What's going on?
Well, it's been crazy, as you know. Especially here in Michigan. But it's really, really beautiful, because people are awakening up. And that's what we want. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And to know, oh my God, we're all one.
Healing separation.
So, yeah. You know, we don't believe in separation. And today I thought, all right, let's do something helpful. Number one, I'm going to attune people to the Indigo light empowerment. And then I'm going to put us in the circle of grace, which was created by the beloved Brotherhood of Light. And if I got time, I'm going to do one more little thing. We'll see. It's like new earth, new life anchoring.
Yes.
And that was when Katumi came into it some time back. But there's so much. And people have to realize they're sacred. Does it make sense? They're very sacred. And if they, awaken to their beauty, to their light, it's time. It truly is time. So I pray for that. We pray for that every night. And it's so beautiful. And I thank God every day. It's just amazing when people open up to their higher self and start feeling and being the love. It's so beautiful. I just love it. It's time, girls,
It's time, and that's why we do these episodes, and this attunement today will really empower us and allow us to speak boldly and with love and to be connected even more with the higher self.
Right.
Okay, Shirley. Well, we will allow you the space here to take us on that journey. Thank you.
Thank you. The Indigo, light empowerment. It's allowing us compassion. It's putting us in a path so that we can channel this energy. And usually, as we pass into the sacred space, we all start receiving the blessings upon all who are receiving this attunement. I feel Kuan Yin saying, I will be with you as you receive these energies. And you need only call upon me in your time of need. I will assist you in understanding. I will also assist you in receiving messages of empathy and love. And now, we have brought forth compassion. Listen not with your ears or your mind. Please, listen with your heart. Look beyond the visions of your eyes and even your third eye. See with your heart. Do this, and I will grant you wisdom and truth. And this is what I call empowerment. The system, to me, was more of a personal growth system than a healing system. It raised my vibrations, allowed me to develop more of my psychic ability, opened me up to better communications with others, animals, and nature spirits, through empathy and intuition at a faster pace by connecting us right now to the higher realms. As such, it also works to help raise the vibration of Mother Earth and humanity right now, and which in turn speeds our evolution to higher dimensional thinking. The indigo light empowerment energy, of course, works with the third eye and our psychic centers. It enhances psychic abilities through empathy and love. The system will provide a calming effect on indigo children particularly, and indigo adults. The color blue-violet or indigo activates this energy. I found this system would be perfect when working with animals, since I love them all, since it helps us to connect with the animal in a telepathic manner and through empathy. And as we develop this, our intuition is heightened when you envision the indigo light burst, glowing out brightly within your third eye. You know, when working with indigo children, you will be able to feel, sense the child's energy as our energy flows through this precious child. This also applies when we're working with animals and indigo adults. So we let our energy move through the one being healed. Your psychic intuition and your sense of empathy begins to pick up on whatever is causing the trouble, and the energies of the indigo light empowerment calms the one you are healing. It's true, indigo children are often labeled as having behavioral problems, perhaps lack of attention, and learning disabilities. But actually, that precious child simply cannot communicate and express what they are feeling in the normal way. They are unique. They are gifted children. They learn differently than most children, and so the teaching method really must be altered and adjusted to each individual child in order to teach them. The indigo light energies soothes them, calms them, and allows us to better understand what they are having trouble in expressing. The great thing is that the indigo light empowerment energies do not inhibit any of these children's special gifts, as some medications and methods do. With the indigo light energies, these children feel calmer, more connected, And the frustrations they feel at others not understanding them slowly subside. To feel their energies when we use this system, and because we are empathetic with them, feeling as though we all are like part of them. We all feel we're in one heart. And when we get to that sacred space, we're better able to understand them and work with them to help them to learn and grow. These children are highly gifted. They are special and have come to this earth to teach us how to evolve psychically, spiritually, and emotionally. When you work with indigo adults, or ourselves, to be truthful, you will find that what's going on? I feel calmer. I can now express myself better. It's easier for me to understand others. And you'll find your own personal growth will expand. Indigo adults are those of us who have begun raising our vibrations to meet the needs of others, the evolution of humankind on this sacred Mother Earth. We are evolving emotionally and spiritually, and more people are opening up to use their natural psychic abilities. We are growing, evolving, changing, and often we may feel misunderstood and separate from others. When we work with the energies of the indigo light empowerment, we do open up to begin to understand our life's path, to know things intuitively, to empathize with not only others, but also animals, plants, and the earth itself. You will find your intuition enhances, your third eye opens, and you will be much better able to understand the messages that we receive. Now, whether these messages come to us through vision, images, music, other people, animals, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, it's just so beautiful because you get more and more connected to Spirit, to all beings, and to Mother Earth. The energies of the indigo light empowerment is also very beneficial to crystal children. And I think a lot of us have crystal children in the family. It's a newer generation of children being born at a higher vibrational level. And even the indigo children. Sometimes I found that these children may be born with birth defects or diseases, but not always. So their challenges are even greater than those of the indigo children, the crystal ones. They do respond. Watch them. How beautiful to animals. These children are very sensitive to loud noises, pollution, irritants in the atmosphere. These children will not thrive well under these conditions. Do you realize they have come to this earth to teach us unconditional love, forgiveness, compassion, and to be of service to others? It's like working with animals. You also find you instinctively know what the animal's saying. You may hear it in words and feel it within your own body, or simply just know it without really knowing how you know. Animals communicate with humans just by telling us. They can't talk to us in our language. Therefore, animals need you to empathize with them in order to communicate with you. All I have to do when I meet a new beautiful, precious animal, a dog or a beautiful cat, I just look at him, eyeball to eyeball. I've had some cats look at me for almost 10 minutes, but I kept filling them with love. And the eye to eye is so important of a contact. And then you can feel what they feel. Some people see it in pictures. Most of the time, I can feel what they're feeling. Also, you can feel their energy blocks. Some animals that we work with, we use Reiki, or even Kundalini Reiki, to send healing to them. The energies of the indigo light empowerment calms them, soothes them. And often, you can see by the look in their eyes that they understand what you are saying to them, as well as feeling the love coming from your heart to theirs. I sincerely believe that they came here to teach us unconditional love, loyalty, forgiveness, service to others, compassion, and for respect for other beings on Mother Earth. Every time you see a new cat or a dog, I just want to give it a lot of petting. Now, we use this indigo light empowerment mainly at this time to help raise the vibration of humankind and Mother Earth. And it's actually necessary that we stop labeling indigo and crystal children as problem children. And we must stop treating them as if they are inferior in their ability to learn. But they're not. They're special. And it's us who do not understand them. I'm not saying that they should be allowed to run wild and do things as they please, but rather, they need to be taught differently than other children. So the indigo light will help us to understand how to better help these gifted, precious, special children. And a lot of the times it's through empathy and love. Animals in the earth benefit through a better understanding of the part of humankind, of all humanity, being able to feel or sense what is troubling the animals. Is it an illness or emotional stress? Will allow us to help the pets and other animals. Sometimes they have had emotional or physical traumas that bring on behavioral problems. So that's another important way to use indigo energies to help us communicate better with the animals. Feel the physical energy blocks. And from our heart, the love and the sympathy, we are able to help them, even with behavioral problems, to calm down and learn what is expected of them. I really, when I can get an animal and we're eyeball to eyeball, I'm telling you, it's just unbelievable. And it's just like they're there and they're happy when I do that, and they stay with me. And of course, I always tell them I love you. And I do at least 3 times, I love you. And I say one more time, I love you. And I know that it's the sound of our voice, as well as the words. Some of the words don't have meaning to them. So light empowerment helps us to understand and better communicate with the animals. Realize we're a lot more sensitive to nature in the meetings and the communication we have with plants, wild animals, the nature spirits. It's like we're all one. The energies of the system attunes us to listening without preset ideas on what is or is not possible. The more we work with the energies of the indigo light empowerment, the more we will be able to hear what other beings are telling you. They may come to you in any form of communication, hearing, vision, or just knowing intuitively. It's just like you become the other being for a few moments, and through empathy and you understanding them, you should see in their eyes where they understand you, and they know, and you become aware. This unconditional love that bonds us. So, let's share about how to use the indigo light empowerment. Now, this system can be used distantly or hands-on. I've done both. During your attunement, an indigo light burst will be placed etherically into your third eye and also the palms of your hands. The reason for this is because energies come in through your third eye and your hands, and they're sent out to others the same way. And as you feel the compassion and love, you feel Kuan Yin working within your heart. And I must mention that as you use these energies, you do not attune the patient or the client to the energies, except in passing on the attunement for others to learn, use, and teach. You really just send the healing energy, and you flow with them as they move through the energies of your patient or your client. It's so beautiful when you're doing the Reiki and this indigo light empowerment. Oh my goodness, I love doing this. It allows you, when you're laying on the hand, to feel their energy, and you will pick up any of their blockages. And it allows you to pick up what they're feeling, physically, emotionally, and sometimes their thoughts as well. This can happen with humans. It's with all. Honest, I've never found any time I could not connect, especially laying on hands. And most important thing is the energies of the precious heart chakra that awakens when you first start this with empathy, love, and compassion. And then it flows. I can't believe it, but it flows right through your hands into their precious bodies. And it's like, I don't know where that thought came from, but I know it's accurate. I think I'm going to say something. And it's like your heart chakras connect with each other, as well as the third eye, even the other psychic centers in your body. But every time I do this, I feel that we are connecting through divinity. We are receiving messages through the energies of the patient or the client or the nature being. Now, a good way, too, to practice this is to hold a stone or a crystal in your hand. Close your eyes. Just allow yourself to feel the energy of the stone. And you will begin to learn to become sensitive to the energy of other things and beings by working with this energy. Do you know how great it is to do this with the plants and the trees and flowers? I try to do it late, where nobody can see me, but I go outside and go into my tree and hit them and put my hands on the major part, and that energy that flows right up from the heart of Mother Earth. And you can feel all of the beautiful energies flowing up and down as far as the tree roots go, and then it goes further. And as you awaken to your true self, you start connecting your own divinity. You start receiving messages through this energy of the patient, the client, or whatever. How about trees and flowers? I love that part. And you do lay hands on your tree. Allow yourself to be open, putting them upon the trunk of the tree. Intrigued. Feel the strength of that standing person. Feel yourself melting with the energies of other beings even. And with the tree, all Mother Earth. Once you allow yourself to move through these energies, it's going to be amazing. Because it all flows right back to you. It's like the tree or flower moves the energy that they have through you. Practice this. You'll be amazed. Okay. I want you to close your eyes. Listen to the sound of my voice. In the beginning, you will work with the patient on the other being or person to receive and send messages. But with time and practice, you may develop your psychic ability to where you can automatically pick up the information when you are in the presence of a person, the animal, or beautifully among nature. For distance work, you will always need to use this meditation. Do not force the messages to come to you. Simply relax. Let them go in. Be open to all that you receive. You will want to first see the indigo starlight glowing right there in your third eye. Then think of the person or animal and allow the images, feelings, and messages to just come in. If at first, it may not even make sense, but write down in a brief note all the information you have received. And try the meditation again the next day. And you will find that the messages will begin to make sense to you after a few attempts. Now, if you're already psychically able to interpret messages, you may not need to write them down. I really believe everybody can do it without writing down that's here with us today. You understand immediately what you're being told, what needs to be done. The more you work with these energies, the better you will become at receiving and sending information. it is very likely that you will reach a level of being able to walk among nature or look at someone or an animal, pick up messages. If you diligently work with the energies of the Indigo Light Empowerment. I found with hands-on sessions, you may want to hold your hands over the person without actually touching them. But in order to pick up blocked energy areas and messages, I would still keep my hands above the person. You will feel it enter you through your hands. And the same with the animals and the plants, or even Mother Earth. Except that maybe you want to actually place your hands on them to feel the energies and messages. Please, always be gentle whenever you do this. Always be open to any messages you receive. You can send healing energy by using the Kundalini method or the Usui Reiki method. There's so many different ways that we can do this. So, to attune others to this Indigo Light Empowerment, which I am doing right now, I call upon Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Kuan Yin. And I ask that I and every one of you say your name right now. To be protected during the sending and receiving of this attunement, so that nothing negative may come in, attach, or interfere with this attunement. I ask that each one present, each one that will listen later, be attuned to the Indigo Light Empowerment on this day. Wow. I can't even talk right now. The energy's so powerful. And of course we're November. I can't even think. 23rd or 24th, 2020. I ask that you be attuned. The strongest way that you can handle. And I ask Kuan Yin for his assistance in the passing of this attunement and for all the blessings that you will bring to you. I thank you. And so it is. Ask and answer after your attunement has been passed. I thank Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, and Archangel Gabriel for your protection. Thank you, Kuan Yin, for bringing us your blessings upon all these beautiful people that are part of our Lemurian Heart Temple, actually our OneHeart Temple, and myself during this empowerment. This is it. The attunement is complete. Reiki is a form of energy healing that is intelligent energy. It always helps, never harms. I do not claim that the Indigo Light Empowerment will make you psychic or cure any illness or disease. The results vary with each person, depending on individual energies and developments, as well as how much you work with the energies of this system. Each person is different, and it's up to each one of us to raise our vibrations and attain spiritual, emotional, and psychic growth in our own way, at our own pace. Always. See your doctor if you're ill or display, symptoms of illness of any kind. You get your physician's advice. Always take your pet to the animal veterinarian. If there's any illness or displays any symptoms of such, follow their advice. Reiki works hand in hand with the medical profession, and the two complement each other. The indigo light empowerment is not meant to substitute or restore any physician, psychiatrist, psychologist, medical professional, or veterinarian. Feel this. Feel this magnificence that you have created. Become aware of it. Please note. Feel right now. The indigo light attunement empowerment is not, affiliated with the indigo star or indigo star healing system that was founded by Lady Autumn Star. The indigo light empowerment is not part of any other indigo system or healing system created or channeled or, founded by anyone else. Feel this energy. And you're welcome. I will send to Lauren the indigo light empowerment where you can all reread it. Become more aware of all the preciousness of this energy. And feel, please, right now, see that indigo light right in you, in your third eye. Look at your palms of your hands. See it in the palms of your hands. Divine love, activate. Divine light, activate. Divine healing peace, activate. Ya, ya, ya. Ya, ya, ya. Funny, Sun Jalubayo, Sun Jalubayo, Sun Jalubayo. Heal. I hope you can feel this radiance, this love, this light. It's flowing within and through each one of us. Okay. Lauren, I would like now to change this paper here. I need to share with us now, if you're all willing, take a little bit more time, the circle of grace. This is so important today, for everything that's going on. This is shared by the Brotherhood of Light. They work in many ways, many levels to help us, to help humanity evolve to the next octave of consciousness, to the next dimension of potential reality. It's sort of a new way, yet it's an old way of maintaining health in our physical bodies. And then, successful healing goes beyond the physical, goes into the mental and spiritual. You know, when science and spirituality finally meet and merge, healing becomes a very simple process. It is told that humans get sick in one or two ways. Either a disease establishes itself in the region of the non-functional chakra, or sometimes too much stress overloads the system, which breaks down at the site of your genetic predisposition to illness. A lot of times, this could be inherited diseases. We can even say cancer, diabetes. And the best way to treat acute disease is to have it cut out, as in the case of cancerous tumors, or attack the infection with antibiotics, like in pneumonia or ulcers, or set the broken bone, an osteopathic doctor. But we see all in favor of using the modern technology that is available today, where our doctors become invaluable service to us. If you want to go, we'll go to the doctor. Say, dear sir, I have pain in the region of my body, which is invisible to you. Please help me. That is the situation faced by most modern healers, scientific or holistic. And when this happens, you're not sure where the pain is. You will see it. You'll track it back to its true source. Damage will be seen in the auric field. And yet the hands-on healers they work blindly for our 3D sense until they register information, at a higher frequency. Fifth dimension would be good. Many of us get diagnostic impressions in their hands. And that's why I was so thrilled when years ago when I did the beautiful indigo light, because I could see it in my hand. And it was fantastic for laying on hands with Reiki. And so this saying, the biggest obstacle to healing that humans face right now is your physical body is only 50% of your total being. It is the physical core into which your other 50%, which is your auric self or your energetic self, is wired into. Modern medicine does not honor the other 50% of each patient that is invisible. But it's only invisible to your senses. When I work on certain areas for people, I can actually pull it through and out. That takes a wee bit of practice. It's like if you don't have good hearing ability, okay? Blow on the whistle and you hear nothing. But your dog comes running. Wants to know what's going on. But medicine understands and accepts that it only focuses on half of our human bodies. In the same way, our etheric, or auric, or energetic self actually is beyond, our 3D senses. And the more you work on it, and I found that the indigo was so beautiful. That precious indigo light really helped me a lot. Now, all the tests that they can do, electrocardiograms, EKG tests, measure the energetic pulses of our heart. And there's a Lemurian photographic equipment, And it seems like once you get into Reiki and that, you're actually able to feel the energy blockages in the body that have not yet manifested as illness. And this precious circle of grace is thus a wonderful diagnostic tool to locate and pinpoint damage or blockages in our personal aura. If you can clear these energy blockages of stress pockets that are magnetized to our EMF, then the spiritual diseases will be released before it manifests as a disease of the body. Now, I can verify this because quite a few years ago, but we were living up north in Cadillac, and I had this strange pain, and it was almost in my solar plexus. And I was working with the Brotherhood of Light then. And so one night, I said, I wish I could get rid of this. And I went to sleep. And then all of a sudden, I felt a hand in my body. I looked up, saw that brother, all in light. And you won't believe it. I can't believe it. I just turned around and went back to sleep because I knew he would take care of me. Do you know he did? I never had a problem there ever since. I'm going to knock on wood anyway, just to double check it. But it's a lot of times, okay, an illness is a result of stress in our lives. And then, once we're presented with the illness, they can only attract it to when it appeared in the body and then label it according to which area, which system or organ that has been affected. And without alleviating the circumstances in your life that cause the stress in the first place, you will still experience the failed or incomplete healing, or perhaps a temporary remission. Release that stress pocket and the situation that causes it, and the physical systems will withdraw from your precious body. Many hands-on modalities are being developed to release stress from the aura. And before it becomes a physical illness. Reiki is the most famous. A lot of people are doing the Reiki. It's well known as a foundational modality that uses universal energy to clear and heal our aura. Actually, I can really hear the healing. I don't know if that's a strange way to say it, but I can. I can feel the body changing. I can hear it. And there's a lot of other modalities, such as cranial, sacral, therapeutic touch, speakum, integrated energy therapy, a lot of modalities. Once an illness has manifested in the physical body, it is more difficult to clear. Your bodies are incredibly conglomerations of organs, systems that forms a symphony of life essence known as humanity. Once we realize to have a clearer understanding of how the aura interacts with its physical core, you will soon realize that the aura is as complex and yet as miraculous as the body that supports it. So how could that be? The biggest challenge to human healing is the fact that you cannot see or interact with your energetic self, since it is not part of your awareness. You know what I mean? You have to see it, and most people cannot see it. They can, even in the beginning, they can't feel it. So if they can't see it, they can't feel it, they can't feel it. Now your left brain is connected to and directs your physical body. The right brain connects and directs the etheric layers that comprise your aura. The right brain is where your slumbering connection to spirit exists. If you are right-handed, your left brain. If you are left-handed, your right brain. And there's a connection, too, that's affected by the veil of forgetfulness. It's sort of like a universal mechanism that blocks us from actually knowledge of other dimensions, blocks maybe to the higher levels of our awareness to keep us focused on our present life and thus ensure karmic reincarnation. I always felt that the indigo light would remove that veil, because so many do not have a conscious knowledge of anything other than the third dimension. Thankfully, with our OneHeart temple here, we can't say that about anybody here. It's just like so magnificent to touch and order. And there's different ways that you can work up and down the spine. I learned to do that a long, long time ago. And each vertebrae vibrates different parts of your body. And once you get that flow going, once you're working on it, and I would use, Young Living, all of its beautiful sense that they have. It does so much more. So we're in the process of developing our intuition so that we can access and weight every emotion that stresses, that arises, and will answer our current situation. Do you know your aura, by virtue of being in layers of higher dimension, actually sees and knows more than you in the third? While the body needs a certain amount of sleep each night, your mind never rests. In dreams, the mind continues to function. For those of you doing astral work, the mind, spirit aspect of your being continues as it works during dream time, letting the body rest while the mind continues on. Why does the body need rest? To clear itself of the trauma and the emotional baggage that we could pick up daily. And most of it is inherent in our fast-paced, complex society. So let's talk more about how our body accomplishes a clearing by the activation of the circle of grace. Forgive me for the long introduction, but the framework of reference is very, very powerful and more intricate than the actual work. To heighten understanding, know that the energy meridians traced by the Chinese over 3,000 years ago for acupuncture are in reality is an overlay of all of our nervous system. That is why acupuncture works so well in accelerating, healing, reducing swelling. It clears the energy meridians appropriate to the damage, which aids the body to heal itself. For some, acupressure works just as well as acupuncture. Do not let a fear of needles block you from attaining aid in your healing. Your aura sustains the total body's life flow by circulating universal energy through its physical core. The nervous system is to the aura what the blood circulatory system is to the body. While blood only flows in one direction, the nervous system, oh my goodness, is much more versatile. The nervous system also has a flow, a constant intake of universal energy. It can go in any direction it needs to clear itself. Imagine the flow as an influx, beautiful, sacred, golden light, or maybe a flow of clean, golden light. This intake flow begins in our dominant foot. And that's the foot that, if you're right-handed, it's in your right foot. If you're left-handed, it's your left foot. Circles up through your body, over the head, and back down to exit from our non-dominant hand and foot. The purpose of this energy is to collect stress and pain in our total being, both physical and etheric, and release it. Do you know that this process also energizes the body as it is clearing? Universal energy is food to your aura. The aura is a self-maintaining system thanks to the cleaning and energizing mechanism embedded into all the layers of the body. The circle of grace clears all levels of your total being. The golden energy that runs through your nervous system absorbs your pain in a magnetic way. The pain literally melts into the flow, which becomes dark. Change it as it progresses through your body. Imagine this flow, akin to the oil in your cars. It all keeps everything running smoothly, but gets dirty with the byproducts of released energy. So now, you have to determine how long your car can run efficiently before the oil gets too dirty. And then, what do? Change oil. Now, there is a concept important to assimilate. Pain and stress have physical properties of mass and density that exist in the higher dimensions of your precious body. Through pain and stress truly exit inside you, and your body must deal with them. And your senses cannot track what is happening to you from your third dimension. It's very hard to see at this dimension any pain energy. Like you don't see we didn't see our auras. So, did it exist? Does it? And although you cannot see the pain, did you ever wonder why you feel it so clearly? because it's as real and concrete as your body is. And its presence causes painful pressure inside you. Once you realize that pain and stress are as real as your skin, your muscles, your bones, come on, let's reach a new perspective here on how to stay clear and balanced. In explaining the phenomenon of pain, your language is limited. You only have one word for pain. For example, stress is actually low-level pain. You have begun to understand the connection, for your medical community now realizes that an illness is caused by stress. Stress and pain and the accumulation of too much pain in your nervous system results in blockages of the cleansing flow of energy that is meant, to circulate and keep your total being healthy. So in this work, let's use a language to explain the circle of grace. Have you ever heard, "You're getting on my last nerves"? Oh, I have. But even energetically, that means your clearing mechanism, your nervous system, is so clogged with old tainted energy that there's no room left in it to absorb any more stress. Okay, pain is a physical object in your body. It has to go somewhere. Where does it go? Where do you stuff your pain away? What is the chronic weak spot in your body? When we get stressed out, we find out. Sort of like cells in our tissues, muscles, and bones. Now, it really doesn't belong there, right? It can cause physical pressure, which will turn out to be chronic pain. That is how blockages are born. And that's how blockages bring the circle of grace flow to a complete stop. You know that illness strikes in one or two ways. Either in the area of the emotional blockage or through the weak spots in your beautiful genetic makeup. A lot of times this is your inherited tendencies of illness that runs through families, like cancer or heart disease. So we're going to offer you an exercise to help us expand our awareness on how our body works. With the circle of grace, we can heal ourselves, keep our bodies healthy, live longer, and have a better quality of life. If you can regularly clean your auric cells of pain, illness will not physically manifest in your precious body. You can carry etheric damage for a long, long time before it invades the physical core of your being. All right. The linchpin to this exercise is through meditation. Some people may argue here and say they do not meditate and have no intent to do so. But we're already there with the meditation. And we know. We take our bodies and we can rest. And our mind, our active mind, will help us. For that is all we need to call up the circle of grace. Now, which hand, right now, you used to reach with, to eat with, to hold your toothbrushes. All these actions speaks to dominance of one side over another. An energetic healer, a Reiki practitioner, can also determine the polarities of the body. This is very important to ascertain. Since the circle of grace enters the dominant foot and exits from the non-dominant foot, this dominant aspect of the body actually defines which hand is positive in hands-on healing, which hand is negative. This, of course, relates to the holistic healer. Your dominant hand is a positive flow of energy, and your non-dominant hand is a negative flow. And therefore, together, they form a closed circulation, a circuit by which energies channel through the body of the receiver. For the sake of clarity and brevity, let us now take a few moments. Refer to the dominant side as being the right side. When using the circle of grace for service, for self-healing, know that once you focus on your right foot and call in the energy, you will feel it. Begin within 1 or 2 minutes. I always feel it coming up from the center of Mother Earth. And it slowly rises up through the hands and the chakras when it's in there through your body. The joints and the chakras. Many of you think the enemy or the energy, you can see a leakage occurring at the joints, and that is a bad thing because the joints are multi-purpose, and for our purpose here it is to use them as little doorways by which to release your pain. So now the circle of grace begins and ends in your feet. Your aura draws in universal energy through the right dominant foot chakra and draws it up the right side of the body. Now, because I'm left-handed, my dominant foot is my left foot. And it's like, with Reiki, it just seemed to bring in an energetic push for me. For the circle of grace describes this sensation as a champagne bubbles going up the right leg, while some feel a right-sided heaviness as the energy permeates their system. Now, you will feel, too, this energy creates at the right shoulder and splits in two. Half goes down the right arm, usually will cause tingling in your right hand. The other half goes up the neck, over the crown chakra, and down the left side of the neck. By the time the energy reaches the split down the left shoulder to the left arm, down the left side towards the left foot, this new, clean energy is pushing before it waves of pain to be released through the left hand and the left foot. You may feel achy waves of pressure flowing down your left arm, your side, your leg. You may feel a little hot line within your muscles if the blocked meridian is cleared. If the pain gets stuck in the spot, know that Reiki heals, and it will be applied right above the blockage. Even your mental intent, without any external help, can clear your meridians if you understand that this is possible. Know that you will feel this circuit of energy working. Know that you can tell it to go where you want when you want it to be by simply laying down and focus on this process to turn it on. Now there is a circle of grace exercise. I found while studying the circle of grace to lie down with spine straight, arms at your side. Now you can do it sitting, but it's a lot easier to begin practicing on the back. Place a pillow beneath your head, and then another pillow beneath your knees to prevent lower back strain. Please do not cross arms or legs, since that will short circuit the meridian, and the flow may monetarily cease. Also, it is important to drop your jaw or unclench it at least, so that the energy may flow that double joint, the jaw joint T or temporal mandibular joint. Like it's the only joint in the body that works in tandem with another joint. So your lower jaw is suspended, maybe like a seesaw. So if one side is damaged, the other side is soon damaged by focus on misaligned pressure. For TMJ sufferers, use a higher pillow beneath your head so that your jaw naturally points down. Then drop your jaw open to let the pain flow through. And if you'd like to flatten, your lower jaw slides back instead of forward, and then, believe it or not, it could cause more pain than what you had before. Now, most important thing, please, right now, focus on your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out, pause. And the more I did this, I learned to breathe in for 5, hold for 5, breathe out for 5, through your whole body, and then hold for 5. It's sort of a nutshell version of yogic, breathing, which actively increases the flow of energy. Pausing after the down breath, or what we can call the exhalation, pressure down on the meridians and aspects of the flow of energy through your precious body. Allow yourself to become comfortable with the circle of grace. You can actually add this refinement to your meditation. Breathe up the right side, feel it circle around your head, then breathe down the left side. Take each inhalation as a wave of clean, golden energy flowing in and up your right side. And then see, each exhalation is a gray, cloudy wave flowing down out your left side. In this way, you will learn to efficiently flow down and flowing down and out of your left side. This is the way to be effectively use this exercise as part of your routine body manifesting true maintenance. Now, how does the circle of grace feel? And as individual as you are, yet the sensations, I'll follow the same pattern. In the dominant foot, up the body, around the head, then down the non-dominant foot. And it's like you're feeling pulled in, around, and then release. And there seems to be a beautiful flow, as you learn this, in the direction of the energy circling through your precious body. Now for people, lucky people will say, who are relatively healthy and balanced, you will not get the same intense, sensation as someone who is ill. You may still feel the flow. Many people report this as a feeling of cool liquid sliding down inside the left leg. You also could feel tiny lines of itches. It's like the muscles here, and the minor meridians that they are being cleared. You can feel tingling in your fingers and toes when you do this exercise. But know that in each case, the circle is working to clear, to energize you. Remember that your body naturally clears itself in this way every night, no matter what position you choose to sleep in. If you wake up with left side pain, massage it down and out your arm or leg. If you are energetically attuned, work about all the blockages, then move it down and out, often becoming conscious of this process enough to set in motion. Know that as fresh energy enters your system, it is naturally pushing ahead of its old, spent energy from the day before that is now laced with pain. That is why the time the circle creates around your head and comes back down again, you will feel the energy changing into a sensation or a pressure or achy feeling, even sometimes a sharp line as it slides down and out. Know that these sensations are transient. Do not be afraid of feeling pain in this process. What you're feeling is the passage of the pain, an echo of its progress that tells you of its path. Even if you don't pick up any sensations, just focus on the energy aspect of the circle. Give us grace. How beautiful. A half hour of this exercise in the morning will give you much energy for the day, making you feel younger and stronger. Again, this is a self-correcting system that works with or without your conscious mind in the driver's seat. Once you become aware of this process, you can actively participate in your own self-healing, from clearing meridians blocked to clearing headaches, back pain, or any pain anywhere. So the most important thing is to understand the normal flow of energy in a healthy body. When we're ill or have an injury, we can change that direction of the flow to release pain from the nearest exit, meaning the hands and the feet. If pain exists in your dominant side, for example, how about the right elbow? You can reverse the flow to release pain down your right forearm and out your right hand. And then I shake it. That is a much closer exit than running the full circle of grace up over the head and down the non-dominant leg. Sometimes the flow gets stuck. Maybe a big joint needs to be moved down and out. You may feel energy moving, wondering, what am I going to do now? But just do the breathing and then allow it to go down. If it's bad, after it does a circle around your head, breathe out and let it go down both arms and then flow down the leg. And then your body naturally splits the releasing flow to other meridians to decrease the pressure in each individual meridian. Pain from the shoulders up usually exit down the left arm or both arms at once. Pain from the armpits down usually clears down the left leg and out the left foot. Or it could be from both sides at once. If there is too much of an energy blockage, the body splits it down two paths. It will fork down both arms and the torso to release more smoothly with half as much pressure. The top of your shoulder is where this fork occurs. Sometimes the meridians take turns. You will feel the non-dominant arm release. So let's say, then that will cease and your non-dominant leg will begin its release too. Do you know to clear headaches, you can run the circle down both arms at the same time, open your jaw, tip your head left, the tiny motion. This activates the left meridian, by the way. Then tip your head to the right, and that activates that side. Keeping your jaw open, you will feel the headache actually coursing down your neck on both sides. Will go down your arms and lightweight the pressure. If it's very deep, headache, you will feel the waves going down your whole body with the headaches exiting by the arms. Then, you get nauseated, flowing down through the legs. But this is just one of the ways to activate the meridians, is by flexing your hands against the wrist or the ankle joint. This is how I started my angelic weaving. Because when you do that, it tugs on the meridians from the exit point to stimulate release. Now, the bigger the pain pocket, the bigger the joint needed to clear it. You may feel pain exit sideways through your wrist or ankle joint, or even your fingers or toe joints. It could also exit in between at the knuckle points of the hand, or the metatarsal area of your foot. Again, you don't need to continue this process. Merely observe how it feels and where it tends to block. And once you're familiar with the circle of grace, you can guide the pressure, pain, to release directly through your hand and foot chakras. It takes a little time to learn how to use it, but you will be able to release pain straight down the front or back of your body. For those of you who wake up with pain in your non-dominant leg, know that your meridians were not able to fully clear down and out the left foot during the night. And for those of you who are post-operative and have pain in your left side, hip or knee, not near where the surgery occurred, but know that too much trauma to the body produced too much pain for the meridians to effectively clear out the non-dominant side. Once in a while, you will hear your doctor, sorry, we operated on your shoulder, head, torso, etc., and we don't know why your left leg is hurting. Get some rest, take some pain pills, and it will fade. Yes, that's good. And then we just need to perform the circle of grace to clear itself. When physical trauma occurs, there is often too big of a pain pocket to slide down and out the meridians all at once. Your pain can easily be unlocked. Know this. Feel it. Understand this. Become aware. The need in your physicality. Sometimes the circle of grace can even heal past life trauma as well as this life trauma. Now, could you sort of imagine trying to shove a banana through a straw? Will it fit? Will it go through and out the other end? It's like patience. Repeated force. You might get a trickle of banana out the other end, but most of it will remain squished in your hand and stuck in the straw. So merely understand and identify the blockages is a big step towards true health. Realize in naturopathic clearing that blockage is another big step. Once you begin to practice these exercises, you will finally be in full charge of your own healing. Feel this. The true beauty of the circle of grace is that it clears not only our physical body, but all 4 layers of our dense body, our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual body. Our chakra system is the spine of our etheric layers, which is why proper clearing and balancing of the chakras creates a condition of health on all levels. Each chakra controls a part of the body, the organs in that area, and the system, nervous, circulatory, hormonal, immune, that it governs. Besides being your core clearing system, the circle of grace also performs another very important function because it re-energizes our system. The circle is already there within us. Only you or I can not always be aware of it. Once I found it and began, to affect it within my conscious mind, it becomes a self-healer at all levels, an evolutionary process. And I learned also with the circle of grace, okay, you take one hand, hit your shoulder, and go to the other side of your hip, the other side of the body at the hip, and shake the hand out. Then take your right hand, put it on your left shoulder, go across your body down to the hip, and then shake your right hand. And then if you have pressure like, sort of like in your high heart, your thymus, in your throat, I learned to take, or especially if it's the shoulders, I took my right hand and stretched it right down my whole left arm and down the fingers. And then I would do that on my left hand, on my right shoulder, all the way the arm, and do that. And I did that twice a day on each side for each one. And if you need, I'm going to say emotional stress, okay? Or when we're doing this, you feel tinkling energy, and that's because our body is being energized. But while we're releasing, if an arm or a leg fills with pressure, seeking to release from our dominant hand or our foot, please realize the circle of grace clears this meridian of the body. Both come into play when you do this work of clearing your energetic system. I love doing the circle of grace every day. And the more you do it, the more efficient you're going to be at it. And you learn to tap into the circle whenever you need energy, whenever you want to release pain. Remember that the brain is connected to and directs the physical body, while the right brain connects to and directs the etheric layers of that body. imagination, creativity, courage, faith, and many other wonderful human attributes are all right brain, and therefore auric functions. Now, you see why these things are difficult to access? Because they exist in all the layers of a multidimensional body. Since humans are holographic in design, this holographic concept is reflected all through our divine plan as well as our divine bodies. Bodies of work that we offer here reflect the commitment we have made to the divine plan. The Brotherhood of Light is dedicated to teaching humans how to incorporate all the different aspects of their true selves while still in the body. Through this work, you will learn, truly consciously become a multi-dimensional being. When in meditation, we are required to be still, because our chatty left brain, which allows us to be open and receptive to consciously reconnecting to the right brain, please do not keep busy trying to squelch thoughts, for you are thus blocking all thoughts. Try instead to suspend thought, like a clear TV screen waiting for its transmission. Allow thought to well up unbidden, unscripted. And this is where you will find the Brotherhood of Light. And that's where you will hear and feel spirit. So, the biggest gift in the process of learning and healing, and one of the most natural healing, is through the circle of grace. In the Brotherhood size, we are in all love, flowing, and we are the Brotherhood of Light. Feel the rain fall down upon you, flowing from above. Let it heal you. Let it bless you. Spread your wings. Breathe wide. It is pure love in all its radiance. Now the time has begun. You are free, free to be. The angels, you too, we are. Allow yourself to flow within the sacred circle of grace, which is created by the Brotherhood of Light. It truly is a treasure. Wow. Your frequencies are beautiful right now.
Thank you so much, Shirley. That circle of grace is so beautiful. I wonder if everyone could really feel that.
I sure did.
I
remember,
I love
Shirley, you taught us this years ago, and I totally forgot about it till you brought it back. I remember when you taught it to us.
Yes.
What a perfect divine time to bring this back. I'm so glad you did this.
Well, I think we all needed it. I needed to reveal it too.
Yeah, for sure.
And I thought, well, how about
the pain in
the light?
Go ahead.
I just going to say the indigo, light would make it much more powerful if I did that first.
Yeah. I was having a lot of pain in my left wrist before the call, and it's gone.
Oh, thank you.
I
hope. Wonderful.
So, thank you. I'm not on the chat, but is everybody chatting in? They probably felt it too, I'm sure.
I sure hope so. I'm sure they did.
Very powerful. Yeah. Sometimes when you do the meditation, Shirley, I go, floaty. And the words are there, but it's just the sound of your voice, the energies, and this time I was floaty. But then I all of a sudden I was like, we're doing the circle of grace. Like I came back and really felt it just completely brought me right back to center, and I have to pay attention to every word to remember how to run this energy and how to let it come out of which hand, which foot, it's so descriptive. This is one of my favorite tools. I cannot believe I forgot it for a few years.
Well, do you know when we originally did it?
When? It was years ago.
2004.
Oh my God.
That was the very beginning. Yeah.
It was. It was one of the first things I did.
2004. Oh my gosh.
And you brought it around a couple of times because at first I didn't get it in 2004 or 2006, I believe. But then it was came around again in 2010, and that's when I got it. I was like, wow, I felt zapped. It was not zapped, but I could feel it. It was cool.
Oh, yeah. To me, it's a treasure.
Yes.
Really, for sure.
Indeed.
So many people need this right now. Self-healing is as we move forward and move through the energies and the shifting that's taking place. More tools in our tool belt are this is one of those jewels. It's a jewel tool.
Yes, it is. And it's
jewel
simple,
tool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm still floating.
And I bet. And it's not, that's a lot for you to get through, too, in one session. I applaud you for your tenacity and ability to bring all of that through and to read for that long and stay with it. And your inflection was there in all the right places and all the energy was there. Fabulous.
Yes, thank you, Shirley. Wow, so there's some good messages coming in over the chat for everyone. And beautiful for our YouTube listeners. Suzanne is over there. Hi, Suzanne. All of the beautiful beings over on the YouTube channel send lots of love and everything. And again, you know, someone mentioned was having nightmares about ascension and was reminded to stay in love. Yes, stay in love, stay in the heart. And that's what you helped us with again today here, Shirley, and this attunement with that self-healing tool. So very special. So we have a few more minutes. We've got about 7.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to cut this short. We can extend it if we want to. If anybody has any questions or wants to share, star 2 allows you to raise your hand, or the chat line is there. Okay. Shirley, did you want to say anything else?
Well, it's kind of hard since I'm flowing.
Right. Okay.
And
this is where we like to just flow. Go ahead.
It's so sacred. And you know that all of us know how sacred our OneHeart temple is. Because it takes us back to Lemuria all the time. And as soon as you connect, you can feel the essence of the pure love, the light, the joyful, peaceful methods of healing. Simple sometimes, but it's easier to make it more simple. And tonight, everybody's should have a very beautiful sleep. And please, awaken to your beauty and to your precious hearts. I see angel wings around all of you tonight. Ooh, so beautiful. I see so much golden energy tonight. I'm sure it's part of our star families joining us. They join us every night now when we send out the violet flame.
I'm literally seeing golden light, sunlight, sideways sunset.
Yeah.
As you said that, Shirley, beautiful.
Yeah.
Our sunset's at 4:44.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. That's beautiful.
I can't imagine that.
Bella Marie, I just want to say hello to people on the chat line. It's good to see Bella Marie back. Beautiful. Hi. And to see new names as well. And of course all the regulars, Randy and Lloyd. Oh goodness. Ingrid. Perfect. And Carol. Hi, Carol. Welcome, Stellar.
Yeah.
Great.
Stellar is in Australia.
Good morning.
Yeah.
He lives in an area overlighted by the Great White Brotherhood. Universal Brothers of Light. Universal Beings of Light. Yes, it feels like, she says, it feels like the energy is being illuminated through this portal.
Yes. Oh, there's so much going on.
Ride the waves and be in stillness. Okay. All right. Well, we have a few minutes left, and Shirley, it's almost time for you to be playing and singing us out.
I'm going to try. I'll float over to piano.
It was beautiful when we came on. She was playing so beautifully, so soulfully.
Yes, very soulfully.
Mm-hmm.
Love story. Don't you love that? I love that.
She was on fire.
And we are right there with you, Shirley Irene. We are bouncing on that piano bench right next to you.
If I could only play it and be serious, that would help. I've been playing that for
fabulous.
almost 80 years, guys.
Wow.
That is great.
I love that you never lost it, Shirley Irene. So many people I know will say to me, I'll see a piano in their house and I'll say, do you play? And they say, I used to. And the piano's just sitting there like, woe is me. Nobody ever plays with me anymore.
Oh, I know. Oh, God.
Fabulous.
I love you. A bushel in a bag. A bushel in a bag and a hug around the neck. Hug around the neck and a barrel in a heap. A barrel in a heap. And I talk in my sleep about you. Yes, about you. I love you. A bushel in a pack. You bet your pretty neck I do. Tooty 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 tooty.
So fun. So fun.
Oh.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love
Fabulous
you all.
to be with everyone again. Love you too. When's our next one?
Oh my goodness, we are coming around, everyone, to the last ones of the year. Oh my gosh, December
2020. We are
14th.
almost to December.
We have one
14th?
more of the year, the 14th, and then that's it for the year.
Oh,
and we'll be back in
February. So our next one, as we ramp up to December 24th, I love that one will be,
that's a lunar,
we'll have the...
It's a total solar eclipse.
Right? 12-12, we'll be right in that 12-12 to the 12-21 gateway. Wonderful. Right. Okay.
Beautiful.
December 14th.
All right. Awesome, everyone. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thanks, Shirley.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you all for being here.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I call it Friendsgiving. Happy Friendsgiving. Enjoy your time. I hope everybody is able to spend time with people that you love. And if there's anyone on this call that is not going to be with somebody that you love or family, please know that we are carrying you in our heart and bringing you with us into our Friendsgiving dinners. And
we're in
lockdown to join
now.
again on December 14th.
Yeah, we're in lockdown.
Shirley, they say that here too. In California, we've been given a curfew.
Let's call it safe harboring.
Yeah, and
safe harboring.
I've decided that everybody has to do what they feel comfortable with, but we're still going to have a house full of people here.
I'll be with my children. I go good.
Good.
Yes. Yes. Use you do what's comfortable and stay safe, everyone. It's good. We know what to do.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Big hugs.
All right.
Big dose of immunity boosting sunshine and vitamin D, vitamin C.
And the whales give us immunity as well. We've done that work.
Yes.
All right. Okay, everyone. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Love you all.
Thank you.